Okay, it's Sunday. It is in the 30s. Outside, it is wet, it is cold. There's snow up on top of the mountains, not down here at 7,000 feet. But today's the day that we're gonna, why do I keep saying we? It's just me, nobody's helping me. Today's the day I'm gonna put the Shinko 244 on the rear tire. Not looking forward to it because I've heard horror stories about the rear tire, but God, please let that not be my problem. I still haven't seen cord or that red liner that is supposedly, those are air quotes, inside the hyperscorpion piece of shit tires. I got a video that's going to be coming out after this explaining why these stock tires are really dangerous and bad. So make sure you subscribe and watch this. But let me show you what my back tire looks like now, and I'm going to give it one, maybe two more tries to shred it. That's the back tire. We are down past the outer layer of rubber, which appears to be different, possibly harder than what's below there. That right there looks like I might be 2 layers of the rubber. Nothing. Oh, that right there is like the baldest spot. It's the flattest spot. But let's go try one more time. Time to Hoonigan. Ignition, race mode. All right, that ain't working. Let me put my ass on here and see if that helps. That didn't do anything. I got one more idea. That's probably not going to be a good idea, but it is an idea. All right, so back up into that. In case you're wondering, that's bleach, dude. Hello. How are you doing? Good, how are you? Back. Oops. Anything? Anything? Ooh, look here. We got some more off. Oh man, I'm so close. I'm so close. All right, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yep. Come on, come on, come to Papa. Nothing. Oh, man. All right. The rest of damage to this tire, I'm going to have to do on the workbench. Okay, man. I'm ready. Now, in case you're wondering what I got going on here, you know my lift that I invented with the ladder. There's a link in the upper right corner if you want to see how this is working and how I got this rigged. I've got my cell phone here ready to take pictures of everything the way it comes apart, so hopefully I can get it back together. I put this was an old picnic beach concert thing that I used, but I got this on my floor because if I drop any little washers or stuff on this floor, this speckled floor, it's hard to find. So that helps me keep the floor clean, and it helps me to find shit when I drop it. That being said, wish me luck. Here we go. And if you're looking for an exact how to do this, you might as well hit thumbs down and move on right now, because I'm not going to do that. That's Juiced Bike's job to do that, not mine. And these are not torqued very much. So if I find something that is just really alarming, then of course I'm going to show you what I'm finding and noticing. Otherwise, we'll be back in a few minutes with a tire on. Half. I got everything that I can see unbolted. I mean, bikes are not that difficult, you know, sort of juiced. And I can't get the axle to drop down. I'm at a loss, but I came into this with the right mindset of low expectations. That was a bitch. That was truly a bitch. And the only way I got the tire off was with a hammer. I mean, I really think that they slapped these things together so fast because they were behind schedule. Because of COVID, that the paint might have been still wet when they were putting these things back together. But yeah, that was a bitch, and I'm expecting it to be just as much of a bitch going back together. Oh man, look at that. I still got my mojo. First time. Got my rotor on. There's the old one. Undersized everything. This company really is pathetic. One tip I do want to mention and give you guys. Did I say you guys? That's fucking Yankee talk. Give y'all. And that is, as soon as you get your wheel off, put the axle nuts back on, because there's these little spacers and shit all on the inside that might come free and loose, and that will avoid that for you, I do believe. These rims do want to get scratched up, so put a towel underneath there. Here's one. Yeah. Towel. Two. And then I think we get one more over here on this side, and we might be good to go. Okay, towel, there we go. That should be good to go. Yep, that's all you need. That's all you need to break the tire loose. Is that not easy? And then that just pulls off. There's your tire. But yeah, we're on. We're on. I reused the old tube. It may prove to be a mistake in the long run, but I got a feeling these tires, and this bike is just, these are gonna be winter tires, and I'll have to look for something better come springtime. And I know how anal a lot of y'all are about rotors. Ooh, don't touch them, clean them, surgically clean them afterwards. Man, after you brake 3 or 4 times on this heavy bike, it wears everything down and cleans everything. Okay, I got the wheel on and I forgot to turn the microphones on. And what I'm trying to show you here is I have to replace the mounting bracket for the caliper to one that is sized for a 180 rotor because I put the rotor from the front on the back. And now, just like I had the problem before when I started looking at the rear brakes, there's no room for it. The bike's just fucked up. So I'm showing here, I can't even turn the wheel because the rotor is rubbing against the bracket. And I found a solution. You're going to see that shortly. But it's messed up. Now this is just an off-the-shelf bracket for any bike with hydraulic disc brakes. Bought it off of eBay. And as you can see, I can't even get a post-it note that I've got folded in half. So it's 2 thicknesses of a post-it note to go inside there unless I force it. Total bullshit. Totally unacceptable. Tora Harris, you can jump up my ass and suck my big intestines. Before I filed, this is the old stock bracket, I filed that down with a sander to get this to come out more, to give me more room. But on the frame here, right here you got these indents where the bolts go in and the washers, but it's also pushed out closer to the rotor than this part up here is. So this whole thing is kind of bent in. So here's what I'm thinking. I started doing this like a boomer by hand. I said, okay, well, if I can get that ground down smooth, that's going to give me, I don't know, what's that, a micrometer of room of adjustment. But that's going to push the bracket and the caliper away from the rotor. Combination of this and filing, sanding on the bracket where it mounts here. But man, this is fucking wrong to have to be doing this. But it may just work. Hey, Tora Harris. I'm holding you personally responsible for this bullshit because you're the face of the company. You're the owner, founder. But for me to have to do this in order to get space between the mounting bracket and the caliper that I can fit a folded post-it in there is fucking wrong. But this is just bullshit, dude. I'm gonna make it my life's mission to let the world know, on the internet anyways, how much bullshit this is. I mean, I could be here all night filing on this. This is a video about changing the rear tire. You wouldn't know it, would you? Don't forget, Tora, that's for you, son of a bitch. Anybody else got their bike torn apart and want to measure with a measuring device between the top mounting hole and the rotor? I've got 11.8 millimeters. Let me show you what I got to do for the mounting bracket. I already did it on the old one, but I got to do it on the new one too. There's the mounting bracket. I've got it mounted on my table here. And I went and borrowed my good neighbor Jim's belt sander. And that's an aggressive sandpaper. little bit at a time. Get this thing filed down to make room between this and the rotor and to give a little bit of room for adjustment on the caliper. I hate this bike. Okay, apologies in advance for the shaky video, but so now I have filed down the frame on the inside, the bracket here on the outside, enough to where it heated up enough to where the black paint turned gold. And now, let's see if I get this here. I got enough room to get a wiper blade insert in here and even a little bit more up here. Now let's take this down. I think it's ready to go for a test ride and come back and see what else is wrong. All right, let's go. Out. Time for a ride. First couple hundred feet, there's some grinding noise or something coming from the back. So we're gonna put the GoPro down here and see if we can hear or see something. All right, well, I think that's good enough because we know it was good enough for Tora Harris to sell this. That ought to be good enough for me to ride. It's gonna take a little breaking in, I guess. Well, I'm gonna call that a success. We got front knobbies. We got back knobbies. We got Michelob Ultra, and I think I might go grab one. I think I got 3 or 4 more in the refrigerator. Those things are funny as shit, but look. All I did was get a can opener, cut the top out, and these things fit perfectly over here. All right, I'm gonna put this back on the charger and then clean up. I got a mess of shit. Don't buy a juice bike. All right, man, I'm out of here. Thumbs up. You know the little icon, it's right down there. There's a button over there to hit subscribe. See ya.